Barkley revealed that a few of his millionaire friends are cheapskates. There's nobody cheaper than Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, Barkley said. Oh yeah, Jordan's cheap. I always give homeless people money, and he will always slap my hand and say, if they can ask you for spare change, they can say, welcome to McDonald's. Can I help you, please?
Oh yeah. Well, we got everybody paying attention. I know a lot of y'all be asking me about this Michael Jordan story, right? Everybody like sees me always talking crazy about Michael Jordan. Let me explain to you. I saw Michael Jordan. I met Michael Jordan at this Michael Jordan party. It was at his party. And I never, I know it's some rumors that I asked him for an autograph and he said no, or like, that's a lie. I saw Michael Jordan. I'm at a party and I don't ask nobody for nothing. I never do. I don't like when people overly do it to me. I had saw Michael Jordan taking pictures with girls. He was like, you know, and I ain't mad at it. He's taking pictures with people, you know what I'm saying? And he was taking pictures and and every now and then taking pictures, you know what I'm saying? So then later on, you know what I'm saying? I seen him and it was like, oh, there go Mike. And he was standing over there. He was with some of the Boston Celtics. He was with Spike Lee. He was with I don't know, some other people. And I was just like, man, this is just that one moment where I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask Mike for a picture. And then I said, I went over there and I said, hey fellas, you know, nobody was talking, they was just chilling, whatever, right? And I was just like, man, I don't mean to be rude, but Mike, I just want to know if I could get a picture. And then now I understand, I kinda expected him to say no. So I wasn't mad if he said no, but the way he said it, he said, oh, hell nah, man, I ain't taking no pictures with no niggas. And he said it like that, and I was like, I kind of got stunned for a second, because I was like, wait a second, I don't think he heard. I turned back, and my boys were just looking at me like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of thought that he didn't hear what I said, and I was like, keep in mind, I had just came from a Reggie Bush event. Everybody knows about the Michael Jordan jersey, right? Me and Reggie Bush was doing this event, right? And he was auctioning off these jerseys. So I had to keep on raising my hand and bidding for these jerseys, right? And it was a Michael Jordan jersey, an Allen Iverson autograph, the Shaq, a Vince Carter. There was a whole bunch of jerseys, right? And I kept raising my hand. It was like 1,000. I raised my hand. They said 2,000, and some dude raised his hand. And they said 3,000. I raised my hand. They said 4,000. We kept going back and forth. And then I finally went over to him at 7,000 and was like, hey, man, stop raising your hand, man. You don't want them jerseys. And he was like, I said, man, how about we stop and then we both split the jerseys at 7,000 and we split the money. And he was like, all right, cool. So we didn't raise our hands no more. And then they said, sold to Chamillionaire and that guy right there for $7,000. So the guy tells me that he wasn't even tripping. He didn't even want to get the jerseys. He was just trying to show off to Kim Kardashian, who was on the stage. I was like, man, this dude that made me pay $7,000 for these jerseys, and he didn't even want the jerseys. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, whatever, right? I'm telling Michael the story. I'm like, I just bid $7,000 for a Michael Jordan jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he goes, you know what? I'll tell you what. You pay $15,000 right now for a jersey from me, and I'll take a picture with you. And keep in mind, Michael Jordan's real tall. He's looking down on me, and I'm looking up at him like, man, I've never been so heated in my life, man. My heart just started racing like, I'm about to steal off on this fool. And I thought about all the times when I used to pause the little video game or the basketball game and draw the picture of this dude dunking. I thought about all the times when I seen John Starks come baseline and just dunk on them fools. I thought about the time when Allen Iverson crossed him over, and I was like, what? Jordan, how you let Allen Iverson cross you over? Like, big Michael Jordan fan. And it's just the way he did it. And then, who was it? Paul Pierce. So one of them was like, yo, hey, man, chill out. That's Chamillionaire, man. He was like, I don't give up. And he cursed. He said, I don't give up, nigga. And I was like, and then you know what I did? I just sat there for a second. I just sat there and looked at him. And then I turned to Spike Lee and I said, you know what? I appreciate it, brother. It's all good. And I shook Spike Lee's hand. And they all had that look like, man, you know, that's just how Mike is. You know what I'm saying? I shook everybody's hand. And then I walked off. And then Ray Allen was over there. And Ray Allen was like, hey, man, he took a picture with me. I guess they was kind of do it because they kind of felt kind of like a certain way or something. You know, I took a picture with Paul Pierce and everything, but it wasn't really even that big a deal. I expected him to say no. It's just the way he said it. It was the most rudest. I'm probably not even repeating it as mean as he said it. So after that, I was like, wow, man, this dude must really be, he must feel a certain way inside where he just treat people like that. And keep in mind, when I used to stay in Chicago, a lot of y'all know about I used to stay in Chicago, the people that I used to stay with, they used to tell me all the time that Michael Jordan is bad, man. He just be smoking weed, cursing all day. I didn't believe it. I was like, no way, not Michael. You know what I'm saying? Because the image that he portrayed. And then it was like, they knew because they used to clean his cars. They used to work for the company to clean his cars, and he always used to be cursing at them. He always used to be talking trash to them. He always used to be saying stuff, and they told me, and I was like, nah. So then when I finally saw him, he was like that to me. So I was like, wow. And then I had heard so many rumors about people saying how Michael Jordan, how bad he was. So I was kind of disappointed. I ain't gonna lie. You know, so Mike was just a big disappointment, man. And then sometimes a little kid will be asking for an autograph. He'll be like, oh, no, you know what I'm saying? That's why to this day, I'll never be like that. Even if I'm in a bad mood when people ask me, I still do it. I wouldn't talk that way to somebody. I might even tell them, man, I'm not really in the mood, but I still do it in a nice way. He was just, he'll curse you out, so.
You know, I don't know who invited him. I didn't, but I hope he understands.
And then after that, my security called me and was like, yo, Nike brand Jordan wants to talk to you because they want to apologize. They were trying to send me Nike Jordans and all this stuff. And, I was like, and then to make the story even interesting, when I was leaving, I was about to leave, and I saw Young Jock coming in. And Young Jock was all heated about something because I was like, hey, man, no matter what you do not go talk to Michael Jordan. And then he was like, yeah, Michael Jordan. And I was like, why you all mad? He was like, because he had just came down the red carpet and he was wearing some Adidas and people were mad. They were like, how you going to disrespect Michael Jordan in the air that he walks on because you coming into his party with some Adidas on? And Young Chuck was like, what? Like, I'm not even going to repeat what he said, but he was like, man, it's not God. What you talking about? Like, that's how they was acting.
I said, I didn't see organization playing with the flu in Utah. I didn't see him playing with the bad ankle.
That's my Michael Jordan story. I don't know if I've told anybody that full story in entirety, but yeah, he was like looking down on me, cursing like he wanted to fight, and it just came out of nowhere. He must have been in a bad mood. It was bad. It was bad. It was like pretty embarrassing. Like, as a man, even as a man, you want to be like, I actually felt like, man, I should just steal him right now. I'm just going to steal him. I don't care what happens. I'm just about to punch him. But I didn't. I refrained, and I was just like, yeah, all right. He probably would have knocked me out. Michael Jordan probably would have knocked me out. I don't care. I would have made front page. Believe that.
Michael Jordan admits to blackballing Isaiah Thomas. A new documentary that highlights the original Dream Team for the men's Olympic basketball team sheds light on the battles between two NBA legends, Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas. According to Kurt Helen of ProBasketballTalk.com, former Detroit Pistons point guard Isaiah Thomas, who was left off the U.S. Olympic team roster, was done so because of his fiercest competitors, former Chicago Bulls leader Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Jordan stated, that was one of the stipulations put to me on the team, that Isaiah wasn't a part of it. It was always obvious Thomas and Jordan didn't get along, but I doubt anyone anticipated Jordan would let personal differences get in the way of professional success. Was Isaiah robbed of his rightful spot in history as a member of Team USA?
Michael Jordan's stipulation, I'm on the Dream Team only if Isaiah is not. Fair or foul?
To say that it's foul would be a gross understatement.
Oh, come on.
A gross understatement. It's beyond foul. It's beyond foul. John Stockton, as great as he is, please, Isaiah Thomas, stop it. There's nothing to discuss.
Mr. Michael Jordan led an incredible NBA career, but now, years after his retirement, we're really getting to know his backstory and who he is. In the book Michael Jordan: The Life by Ronald Lazenby, Jordan revealed that he was racist against all white people while growing up in North Carolina.
You know how many times he cheated on his wife?
Okay, listen.
Yes, I'm talking about Michael Jordan. She walked away with the most money any other famous woman has received, with about $168 million. Moral of the story, sign a prenup.
Sorry.
Sorry.
One of the main problems I've always had with Michael Jordan is that he's never done any charity work in the black community. He's never done any activism. He's always been a selfish person. I think when you got that type of money and power, I think you have an obligation to give back to your community. One of the things I respect about LeBron James has always been involved in the black community. He's always been doing charity work. He's always been involved in activism. Michael Jordan has never got involved in activism. And I think when you have that type of money and power, that's extremely selfish to not get involved in the activism in your own black community. That's why some people have called Michael Jordan an Uncle Tom. Because he's never done anything for black people in the black community. I'm not going to take anything away from him as a basketball player. We all know he was a great basketball player. But off the court, he's never done anything to help his own community. Because these are the certain type of black athletes that don't give a damn about the black community. That don't give a damn about black people. And LeBron James is the complete opposite of that. That's what I've always respected about LeBron James. Every time a pair of Jordans comes out, black people start acting a fool. They will fight each other over a pair of shoes. They will kill each other over a pair of shoes. It makes no logical sense. I know some black people that don't even got a car, and they will spend $200 on a pair of Jordans. It makes no sense. Black people need to start looking at what's important and what's not so important. It only costs $5 to make Jordans overseas, and he's selling them for $200 in the US. Michael Jordan is laughing at black people. This is why I would never buy a pair of Jordans, and I never have bought a pair of Jordans. If you're willing to fight over a pair of shoes, you are a damn fool. This makes us all look bad. This gives them all they need to stereotype. This is why we gotta wake up and realize that Michael Jordan doesn't give a damn about us, so we shouldn't give a damn about Michael Jordan.
We were talking about Michael Jordan, and I told people that I didn't like Michael Jordan because I thought he was a fucking cheater. And people was like, man, Michael Jordan's the greatest, and Michael Jordan this. And I know this video right here is probably gonna fly right over those same people's head, because it's like, I don't know why, but with humans, if we really like somebody, they could get away with fucking murder, and we just accept it because we thought that they were just so great of an athlete or a person. What I'm gonna do here in this video is I'm going to go through several clips of just bullshit that Michael Jordan used to get away with. See him? He's on the perimeter with this guy. Right? Watch it. There's that hand. He doesn't blow by people, man. People try to tell me, oh, he was just this great athlete that would just blow by people. Right hand, push the guy away so the guy can't recover when he's going to the baseline. See it? It's clear as fucking day. A little bit earlier in his career, he's actually up against another Hall of Famer in Bird. Now, Bird doesn't go away on this, even though he shoves the shit out of him with his offhand. But watch this shit. See the push? There it is again. That is like his, and people try to tell me, well, that's his signature move. If that's his signature move, that is a foul. Under any gamemanship, like I tell people, go to the NBA, go to a court and do that. See it? He takes his free hand once again, pushes the shit out of the defender, and like in other games he would maybe fall away from that. But you can see that the defender isn't even hand checking him. He's just got his hands out there. But this guy extends his free hand. This isn't football, motherfucker. You can't stiff arm a fucking defender to get away from him. That's what you call great? Number 3. Once again, you gotta look closely. See it? One more, folks. Of course, is this one. Alright, I'm gonna rewind that for you. I'm just saying that he got away with a lot of shit. He did. From pushes to the chest, to taking your left hand and pushing the guy right so you can get this wide open shot. I mean, try that shit on a pickup court one day. Try that. Let me rewind that one more time. Hold on. go to a pickup court and do this. Push the guy away, knock him down, and then go away and shoot your shot. You'll be in a motherfucking fist brawl. I guarantee you. You better be ready to fight if you do that shit on a pickup court. But the ref was Steve Javie was probably on the sideline with some shades on going, I ain't see shit. I don't know the fuck you talking about. He ain't push nobody. No, that guy just fell on his own, right? Suck my ass.
We begin with stampedes and scuffles today at shopping malls around the nation. People are clamoring for the release of the Air Jordan 11. It's an athletic shoe, but only a limited number are available, and it's leading to scenes of unruly crowds. Police in North Carolina had to break up fights at a mall while people waited to buy the shoes. This was just before dawn. When mall doors opened, crowds of people pushed their way in. And outside the Foot Locker store on the second floor, some shoppers started jumping the line while others at the back surged forward. And shoppers rushed the entrance of a mall in Indianapolis, Indiana. Some people's shoes fell off. Others fell down in the mad rush and then got run over by the crowds. The front doors to the mall were ripped off the hinges. Here in Northern California, problems developed at several malls, including Hilltop in Richmond, where 2,000 people turned out, only to be turned away when gunfire rang out and the sale was called off. Gil Diaz is in Richmond with the very latest. Gil?
Hi, Grace. Good afternoon. Yeah, we're standing outside Hilltop Mall. It officially opened at 10 o'clock this morning. I just spoke with the Richmond police. Now, they say that the stores or the shoe stores that carry the Air Jordans at this mall are supposed to start selling them again this noon. That's if they have any. Now, the reason they're selling them at noon is because they stopped selling them around 6:30 this morning when an alleged gunshot went off on that crowd. But everything is okay now. But no one imagined, no Northern California mall, not even the workers themselves, thought that this would get out of hand this much.